Ladies and gents, welcome to G Reaction. This is breaking. It was 2 weeks ago. US set to announce another new stealth fighter, the Navy's FAXX or F something. There's two stealth fighters US been preparing for. NGAD, NGAD, so which is air dominance one, which is now F-47, right? Made by Boeing. So Navy still has something. Like, is that from Boeing as well? Like, what is Navy is going to be? F-68 or something? I don't know how they jumped the number somehow, but I don't know. I'm gonna guess they're gonna replace F-18 Super Hornet, right? Super Hornet, yeah. They've been using that in Navy. I thought F-35 kind of replaced that, F-35B, right? Like, or is it like not the same role, I guess, with the range and everything? They want 6th generation one, sure, yeah. But what are isn't F-35B enough? Like, do you need, I don't know. So this is going to be interesting. And under Trump, I'm going to guess this is going to be announced soon. I said that about Trump. Like, no way in hell Trump is sitting back and like, okay, China has new plane and we don't need one. No way Trump is doing that. That an F-47 was announced. Of course it was. This is going to happen as well. So this is going to be interesting. Let's watch it. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. So I know which videos to react to more. I like watching tech videos, military tech videos, obviously, as most of you already know. Military is one thing that is like the peak of everything because we spend in our defense more than anything, right? Even NASA gets crumb of the military defense somehow. Like Hubble is great, but the first version of Hubble was military satellite. That's how things work. So tech usually comes into like military and defense first before it trickles down anywhere. So yeah, 6th generation fighter. It's really interesting how tech's gonna work there, right? SANDBOXX is a great channel, obviously. SANDBOXX has sources, right? So the news usually break and SANDBOXX is on it. So let's watch this one.
According to new reports, the US is about to announce the contract award for its second 6th generation fighter, and this time it'll be a carrier-capable jet meant to serve aboard the US Navy's flat tops. Last week, the US Air Force awarded Boeing the contract to build what we now know will be called the F-47, a runway queen air superiority fighter meant to unseat the F-22 Raptor as the world's most dominant air-to-air platform. The Navy, on the other hand, is looking to field a replacement for its broadly capable FA-18 Super Hornets. And at least until now, the Navy and Air Force have been clear that this new carrier fighter will not be the same jet as the Air Force's F-47. And that complicates matters a bit because Lockheed Martin is already out of the Navy stealth fighter competition, which we currently...
Seriously, it doesn't make sense. After all the Boeing's problems with their commercial planes, like, I don't know, maybe it's a different arm, obviously, but it doesn't matter. Like, Boeing having this kind of an image recently, in past few years, that image is really tanked. Like, a lot of Boeing issues coming up. Why did US like, okay, you know what, we're going to give it to Boeing? Like, what was it? Like, did the Boeing's plans were like really better compared to Lockheed or something? Because that's a surprise. Lockheed made F-22, F-35 in recent years. So it would just make sense the next generation should also maybe go to Lockheed because they made the 5th generation one, so why not? It's weird to see Boeing there, but I guess that is something that we don't know. And yeah, Lockheed's not going to make like a Navy one either, so another Boeing, or is it Northrop this time?
Currently know as FAXX, which leaves it up to Northrop Grumman and Boeing. And with Boeing winning the Air Force's contract, that would suggest that this Navy contract might be Northrop's to lose. Otherwise, the Air Force and Navy run the risk of falling into the same financial trap as the F-35 program, just trying to stuff everything you need for very different mission sets into a single, very pricey airframe. But then anything is possible, and Boeing may have convinced both the Air Force and the Navy that they can handle both of these stealth fighter programs thanks to their massive new classified aircraft factory in St. Louis and several other new facilities they're already building to support NGAD or F-47 production. Now, the Navy's new stealth fighter is expected to offer a significant leap in stealth over even the F-35C that already operates off America's carriers, along with a similarly significant boost in onboard avionics technology, sensor systems, and targeting capabilities. like the F-47, the FA-XX is expected to fly accompanied by drone wingmen. And while the Air Force has been clear that they want more range out of their next fighter, the Navy sees a big boost in range as an absolute imperative. China's anti-ship missile arsenal has greater reach than America's current carrier-based fighters, meaning American carriers can't sail close enough to the fight to scramble fighters without serious risk of being hit themselves. A new fighter with even greater range would allow US carriers to remain outside the reach of these weapons while still scrambling sorties into the fight. Now, the Navy's in-service FA-18...
That's the thing. F-35, I think, works for like its range is an issue right now. And they can extend the range, but they have to put those tanks below. Like, is that a stealth anymore? So they need a 6th generation stealth plane with stealthiness of the 5th generation with drone capabilities. And it has a longer range with internal tank. That's what they want. So clearly they're not going to have that like B version of F-35's like hovering capabilities, because that restricts space. So they need a big fuel tank, right? So they're going to make something obviously that catapults forward and flies, not the vertical thing.
Super Hornets offer a combat radius of less than 600 miles, and the F-35C offers less than 700. This new FA-XX fighter...
F-35C, isn't it B? Why am I confusing that? This is Navy, right? Navy doesn't Navy have B? Or does Marine have B? Like, I'm confused now. And C is Navy. I don't know. But same thing, right? Like, they need big range.
Fighter really needs to offer a combat radius somewhere north of 1,000 miles in order to offset these concerns. And that added range can be further bolstered by platforms like the MQ-25 Stingray drone refueling tanker that the Navy intends to field in just the next few years. Now, this new fighter is also expected to offer larger payloads to carry larger weapons or just more of the same ones that are already in service without compromising its stealth profile. And on a long enough timeline, another modified version of this same FA-XX fighter is expected to enter service as a replacement for the Navy's EA-18G Growler fleet. Now, these are electronic warfare attack aircraft based on the Super Hornet airframe, and likewise, the new electronic warfare FA-XX will be based on the existing fighter, but will carry electronic warfare payloads rather than primarily kinetic ones. Now, this FA-XX contract will initially be worth billions, but in the long run will be worth tens of billions as these aircraft roll into production and then sustainment phases. Now,
wait a minute. What was that plane? I just saw the video from Federation. It was also from Northrop, right? It was Hornet or something like that. Then I'm pretty sure, like, no, wait a minute. I don't know. It was something like that, right? Like, I forgot the name. It was from Northrop. F-18 Super Hornet and Hornet or Super Hornet is also from Northrop, right? So wouldn't it make sense to have a new plane, give it to Northrop, and also some similar name of Hornet? I don't know. It would be interesting. It would just like be linear, right?
Now, for those of you keeping track at home, that means right now, the future of American air power looks like Boeing building the F-47, Lockheed Martin building the Block 4 F-35, and Northrop Grumman building the B-21 Raider. But for more details into just what capabilities FA-XX will bring to bear and what company will be building it, we're just going to have to wait and see. But we may not be waiting for long.
I don't know, man. I don't know what their plan is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, maybe Lockheed is like, okay, we need to fit a lot of F-35s with Block 4, and maybe like there are hundreds of them, so maybe their plan is to fit a lot of them with Block 4. Is like Lockheed's gonna be busy, right? So Boeing's making the next NG-80, fine. Okay, Northrop is making B-21s. Like, how taxing is that? Like, in their production, who knows? If that's the case, like, will they be able to like put enough care into this FA-XX, whoever it is? Like, giving that to Boeing feels weird, because like, okay, throw everything on Boeing now. Obviously, Boeing and McDonnell Douglas is like one thing now, right? And McDonnell Douglas is known to make fighter jets, so it's kind of like Boeing has people and know-how. I don't know, but still, it feels weird. Like, Lockheed made the previous 5th generation planes. Northrop is already making like B-2 and everything. And now Boeing makes all of the 6th generation one. Feels weird. To me, it feels like Northrop should get it. Like Northrop can do it, even with all their problems and all the, I don't know, tax problem, whatever the fucking problem Northrop was facing recently. Maybe they can overcome that, and it feels like a safe bet, right? Like they're making B-21, they can incorporate some similar shit into this one, sixth generation type, right? Because bomb, if there is a navy element to it in any war, B-21 could be introduced into that one. So both fighting together from the same company, is seamlessness to it. I don't know. It works, I guess. I don't know. Alright, well, that was US set to announce another new stealth fighter, Navy's FAXX program, which I'll SANDBOXX. If you like my next one, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.